it's time to welcome this man to the show.
Get retro on talkSPORT with Marching Powder, the hard-hitting, hilarious new film with Danny Dyer everyone's talking about. In cinemas everywhere, March 7th.
Luka Modric slips a left-footed ball. It's Rafael van der Vaart who pulls the trigger with his left foot.
Exceptional skill, vision, creativity.
Ball angled into the box, in towards Rafael van der Vaart. Right-footed shot, a lovely finish from van der Vaart.
Rafael pulls it back, van der Vaart. It's 2-1 to Tottenham.
In his day, one of the brightest young talents in European football.
And van der Vaart unleashes a firecracker. Van der Vaart, left-footed, shoots, scores, 3-3. And the thrilling games between these two North London rivals continue.
He won 109 Netherlands caps as part of the team that nearly lifted the World Cup in 2010, as well as winning 2 Eredivisie titles with Ajax, playing for Real Madrid and becoming an absolute cult hero, a legend during 2 seasons at Tottenham. It's a very good morning to Rafael van der Vaart. Morning, Rafael.
Good morning, Rafael. How are you?
Good morning, thank you. I'm good.
Good.
Great.
Look, I tell you what, I'm looking back at your days at Tottenham. We'll talk about all your clubs during the course of the next few minutes, but I mean, what a side you had then. You know, Ledley was there, wasn't he? Ledley King and Gareth Bale, Robbie Keane, Luka Modric, Kyle Walker. What a squad it was.
Scotty Parker, Adebayo came, Kyle Walker, Kabul. We had a fantastic team, and before this interview I was thinking about that time, you know, that you think, wow, that was maybe the best team I ever played in.
I was going to say to you, Rafa, that's a bit of a statement you've made there. Best team you ever played in.
Well, having played for Real Madrid, that is a statement.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you, where did you, at what point in your career did you probably enjoy the most and feel you were at your best?
I think, you know, you have different phases in your career that you think, okay, yeah, I had a really good, of course, Ajax, especially in the beginning. Then I moved to Hamburg SV, and there I had a great time, 3 years long. But when you look at team, quality, talent, potential, then I think, and also playing in the Premier League, playing during Christmas, it was new for me. I think I had the best time in Tottenham, also with Harry Redknapp, of course, who was, a coach that I really liked because he gave, especially me, so much freedom on the pitch.
When you look at Tottenham now, Rafael, you know, I mean, you mentioned Harry there. Since Harry left the club, the managers, the coaches have been Andre Villas-Boas, Tim Sherwood, Mauricio Pochettino, Jose Mourinho, Nuno, Antonio Conte, now Ange Postecoglou. Is that part of the problem, do you think, at Tottenham, that there have been so many managerial changes? And really, none of them have done better than Harry.
No, you know, like from outside it's always difficult to say, but I think at the end of the day, it also has to do with quality of your team. And you mentioned great names of coaches, managers that you think, okay, this should fit. And at the end of the day, it didn't. I think that Tottenham always tried to go to the next level, but somehow, the last step is the biggest. And of course, you can build a new stadium and everything is perfect. If you compare it with my time, we were still on Chigwell training ground. Everything was smaller. White Hart Lane, which was for me the best ambience I ever played in. Yeah, you know what I mean? Now is everything big. You want to go to the next step, and you play. You not play like that. And at the end of the day, they bought so many players for crazy money, in my point of view. But you can better, buy less players and then buy better ones, and then pay a little bit more. But now these days they pay money for, in my point of view, normal players. It's just too much if you have to pay 50 million pounds for a player from, let's say, I don't know, Charlton Athletic or whatever, you know. And that's, I think it's a little bit difficult for them. So at the end is the talent of the group. And in my days, we had so much talent. It was unbelievable.
Incredible talent. I mean, you talk about incredible talent. It is an incredible stadium, Rafael. I mean, I've been there a few times, and it's state of the art, without doubt, one of the best new stadiums I've been in. That said,
I think the fans are appreciative of that, but what they want, like all football fans, they want a winning team, and they want a team that's going to win things. And, dare I say it, I actually still think they've got a chance. I really think they've got a chance of winning a European competition this year. They've been seriously troubled with injuries. Of course they have. Some of their performances haven't been good enough on top of that. But realistically, do you think they've got a chance of winning the Europa League?
Yeah, I think so. Because, I think in Europe, it's easier for them than to play in the Premier League or FA Cup or the other cup. Because... you play Asset Alkmaar now. It's a great squad, no doubt about it. But it's a young team. It's more like, they are really youth players who can play really good football. That's true. But it's a good chance that you come in the next round. You need a little bit of luck. So I think in Europe, you have a big chance to achieve something.
Rafa, tell me, I want to ask you a little bit, if I may, about Ajax. Was it last season, or maybe the season before, where they were really having a struggle, but they look to have got that sorted out, and now I think they're sitting about 8, 9, maybe 10 points ahead of Eindhoven at the top of the league. How are Ajax looking this season? And we're talking about a club here who, history would tell you, have always had an unbelievable production line of young talent. Is that still the case?
Good question, because of course I work for the Dutch television, and we talk a lot about this topic. Last season was terrible, but the DNA of Ajax is always having the ball, attacking and playing nice football. And now Ajax choose a coach who's an Italian, who said, okay, we start from the beginning, so we start defense. And now is Ajax a really boring team who's almost unbeatable and winning every game 1-0, 2-1, a little bit luck. Also luck that PSV Eindhoven is struggling big time. I mean, 10 games ago, they were 8 points ahead, and now they are 8 in front. So, it's a crazy year for Ajax. But of course, as an Ajax fan, we are quite happy, not with the way we play, but with the table.
Yeah, of course, from an English perspective, people will look at Jordan Henderson having gone there. It hasn't quite gone as he would have wished, has it?
Yeah, but I think Henderson is a really good player, but he also needs to play in a team that, like Liverpool at that time, so much quality around him that he is just one player who hold everybody together. And now, because it's a big name and he came to Ajax, that everybody in Holland expected, big player from Liverpool, England squad, come to Ajax. And he's going to give every ball like Pirlo did back in the days and, controlling the midfield. And that's not his game. But when he played against the better teams like PSV and Feyenoord a few months ago, then he was always the best player on the pitch, because then Ajax, we didn't have a lot of times the ball. And then, he's so important for this team and for the youngsters. So I'm quite happy with him. But I think that in Holland, the expectations were a little bit too high.
Brilliant. Rafael, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Mate. We could have talked to you for, all morning, to be brutally honest. But I really appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a good day, mate. Thanks for your time. Thank you.
Come on, you Spurs.
We have plenty of Spurs fans, by the way, texting and saying he'd be perfect for our midfield right now. Champions League icon Rafa van der Vaart.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.